swaddle this baby!
Brad, I can't. You're wearing the swaddle thing around your belt.
Enough! This child's life is now in jeopardy. Unfit mother, give me this baby.
You know, a book review about a book that tells us a little bit about a Christmas pageant would not be complete without kicking it off with a little something from Four Christmases. Probably the best depiction of a Christmas pageant ever. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bookies. Thanks for clicking on the thumbnail and taking a look at this video. You have reached the only YouTube channel that, when monetized, is going to give 100% of the proceeds to local libraries and literacy programs. So if you like that idea and you'd like to participate, all you have to do is subscribe, and hopefully, I think, I will give you some really good book reviews. For those of you that have been around for a while, you know that I like to read across genre and also seasonally. So I'm going to bring you a couple Christmas books this Christmas season. And the first is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever by Barbara Robinson. It was first published in 1972, and yeah, it's old. I was only 4 years old. So yeah, it's very old. And it was originally published as a short story in McCall's magazine and then later made into a novel. And last year in 2024, they made a movie out of it. And I haven't seen the movie yet, but I will be checking it out. One of the things that really surprised me about this novel is its brevity. It's only 128 pages long, and that means it would be the perfect novel to read to your kids over the course of 3 or 4 days. And I think kids and we adults, we're really going to enjoy this novel because it captures the joy and humor of the Christmas season, and in particular, the American tradition of the church Christmas pageant. I probably shouldn't say American. I'm sure we do this all over the place as we celebrate Christmas, but there is a particular vibe that happens with a Christmas pageant in the United States of America, and this really captures it. The novel is narrated from the perspective of a school-age child, Beth Bradley, and she goes to school with some kids, the Herdmans, and there's 6 of them, and they all seem to look alike, but they come from different ages. And so there's something particularly rotten about the Herdmans. They cuss, they drink, they shoplift, they beat people up, and they also have a nasty penchant for lighting buildings on fire. And so the humor in this book comes from the fact that the Herdmans decide that they're going to go to church for the first time because they think they can get free snacks at church. And while they're there, they basically hijack the Christmas pageant. The Herdmans are going to bring a particular perspective to the Christmas story because they'd never heard it before. For one, they think that all the 3 wise men are spies. And they have the interesting idea that the Christmas pageant should end with a hanging of King Herod, because they didn't quite think it was fair that Herod would die of old age after being the dirty, rotten bastard that he is, so we should hang him at the end of the Christmas pageant. Everybody would enjoy that, right? You know, and why would you bring frankincense and myrrh to a baby? You know, it's better just to bring him a Christmas ham. Yeah, I think he would enjoy that. The Herdmans thought so too. So these are examples of a little bit of the humor that you get when you get an outsider to the Christmas tradition hijacking a Christmas pageant. The other thing I really enjoyed about this novel is the perspective. So it's written from the perspective of Beth Bradley, and it kind of gives off a vibe like Ralphie from The Christmas Story, or maybe a Judy Blume novel. So let me give you a couple quotes and you'll see what I mean. Wanda Pierce weighed about a ton. She even had fat eyes. You know, it's kind of the way a kid thinks, and it's very Judy Blume-like. Here's another one, more in the tradition of, I would say, A Christmas Story. Mother said, "And here's the Herdman family. We're glad to see you all," which was probably the biggest lie ever said right out loud in church. Those are just some examples of the humor, and I've given them to you to illustrate the perspective because it's really charming. And this short novel is best described as charming and nostalgic, and I think most of that is because it's written from the perspective of a child. When I was looking around for some Christmas reads all over social media, a lot of the books I was recommended were really just books about other things that were set at Christmas. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever is all about Christmas. It's very Christmassy. And you won't be disappointed when I tell you that you should read this novel because it's really fun and it's really short, and I think you'll enjoy it. Now, it's not high literature or anything like that, so don't expect any of that kind of stuff. It's just an enjoyable read. And for that reason, and for that nostalgic feel it gave me when I read it, and for being such a charming little novel that I'll probably read it every year, I'm giving it 3.75 stars out of 5. I think you'll enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. Right about now, you should see a little circle with me when I was a naval officer way back in the day. And if you click on that circle, you can subscribe. And that would get us just one tiny step closer to funding local libraries and literacy programs. With that, I want to wish you a great day, and God bless.